Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm reviewing The Martian. I recently just watched it when I was sick with COVID, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it would be fun to talk about it in this review. So, not much to say, but go check out my Harry Potter playlist, Marvel playlist, my whole channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you subscribe, you're awesome. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. It's been a great journey, I guess, it's been, 2 years? I don't know. So, yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. Not much to say, we can get into it. Start off with what this movie's about. This movie's about the set of astronauts going on this mission called Ares 3 to Mars to pick up some sort of supplies or some sort of geological thing. I'm not 100% sure exactly. And then what happens is there's a giant storm, and then they're about to leave. One of the guys gets hit by astronauts gets hit by debris, and then but they leave without him because the storm is too big, and so the guy that has to stay back is trying to live out in Mars. Well, and there's a Mars base, so he might be in a rover, so he might be all right. And then while on Earth, they're figuring out what's going on, trying to plot a rescue to get him. Essentially. Next up, you have the good, and starting off the good, I think the thing with this one is that it's just a great adventure on Mars. You get all the stuff. You have this Matt Damon needing to survive, and the way he does it are just very interesting. And this movie keeps you captivated. You're always interested to see what's going on Earth, what's going on Mars, what's going on with the astronaut crew in space. And I think everything about it just works very well. I think Ridley Scott is a pretty great director. I'm not a huge fan of his style mostly, but some of his movies, like as much as I think Alien is a fantastic movie, same with Blade Runner. Those are two movies that I'm not that big of a fan of, if I'm gonna be honest. But overall, I think this is definitely his best movie, and I think this is my favorite sort of, not necessarily space adventure, but more so like anything with a rocket or something. Because there are some other ones. I like 2001. I've never been a huge fan of it. I really like the one with Tom Hanks, Apollo 13. There's another one, Interstellar, I think is great. There's another one I think I really like too. Not a Star Trek fan, although Star Wars you can sort of put there, but it doesn't really count. So overall, I think this movie was fantastic. And it's one of those movies where I went, why didn't I see that 2 years ago? Like, just why didn't I? Come on, Jacob. 2020. Yeah, so I thought there's many things. The effects look great. Matt Damon's great in the role. Everyone's great here, including Jeff Daniels, the guy that plays Mordo from Doctor Strange. I don't know what the actor's name is, but he's good. Wong, the guy that plays Wong's there. The guy that plays... There's a lot of MCU actors. I think there's 4. This movie is a great cast overall. Matt Damon, Michael Pena, Sebastian Stan, Jeff Daniels... The Sean Bean has a decent role here. I think he's actually really good here. Everyone's great, and I don't know if Matt Damon's won an Oscar. I should look it up, but I don't know. He probably should have won an Oscar. I don't know if he's won an Oscar. I don't know. So yeah, the effects are great. The story overall is great, and then as you go along in the way things are sort of proceeding out, the way everything kind of goes wrong, this is in some way, shape, or form, and the fact they sort of colonize Mars. I think everything about it is just really cool, and I think the way it ends. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I think everything about it is it's just so intense and so, like, you're at the edge of your seat. You're always at the edge of your seat with this movie. I think that's why it works so well. And overall, I think Matt Damon's character here, I think he's a fun character to follow, and you're never really bored of seeing him just doing stuff. You're always interested in what he's doing on Mars. And I think that's what makes it really not interesting. And you're always interested to see what everyone else and how everyone's reacting to what's going on here. And you're always excited when something good happens. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah. And I think that's what works about this movie. And I think it's a little bit long, and I don't know when I'm gonna rewatch it, but those are very minor nitpicks. Honestly, I don't really have anything bad to say, if I'm going to be honest, because I think all around this is just a pretty fantastic movie. I think I enjoyed almost everything about it. There's a couple things that I'm a little bit mixed on. First one, I think it's a little bit long. I don't think it needed, I think it's almost 2 hours and a half. I don't know if it needed to be quite that long. I mean, it doesn't feel like why is this going on for so long, but by the end, I think with some movies that are like longer than 2 hours and like 10 minutes, this might just be me. I get a little bit exhausted. It doesn't really hurt the movie. I think it does move a little. I think at the times, I did say you're always interested in what he's doing. At times, it gets a little bit repetitive with what's going on. It's not really a flaw, but I think that there's not really a flaw with this one. Another thing, I think Jeff Daniels' character is a little bit sort of. I like him in the role, and I think his character is still a good character. But I think the way he was, him and rest of NASA sort of reacting to everything, it's a little bit odd, the way it kind of plays out, but other than those things, which don't really hurt the movie, if I'm gonna be honest, they're just very minor things. And I think they're just some things that kind of hamper the story just slightly. And I know this is based on a book, which comment below if you've read it or maybe I should read it. I don't know. I'm not much of a reader, but yeah. So I think that'll do. For this movie's final score, I'm going to give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Overall, I thought it was pretty fantastic. There's nothing I really have wrong with it, because overall, the characters work, the story works, the CGI and special effects are all amazing, and overall, I think the cool thing, it makes you interested in wanting to be on Mars, and I think you're always excited to see what's going on, you're interested in what Matt Damon's doing, and overall, I think this is just an overall fantastic movie. Let me know if you've seen it. Let me know if you love it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.